how to get a DFSA license in DIFC in Dubai, basically how we can make a regulated broker in Dubai, a regulated forex broker in Dubai. So that's our topic today, and we are going to discuss basically, and this regulatory body will be the DFSA. This video is basically a basic cost breakdown, you can say the cost estimation or cost and the analyzation of the what are the requirements and what are the information and what are the. So let me explain a basic information related to the DFSA. Basically DFSA is the authority in a region which is known for the Dubai Financial Authority. Okay, so DFSA is like Dubai Financial Services Authority, DFSA. So DFSA is the authority which regulated forex brokers here in the DIFC zone. Basically DIFC is like a zone for the financial. It's a financial hub here in Dubai. So it's very next to the trade center and all the area. It's between the Burj Khalifa and the trade center. This location is basically based on that. So we have some clients there in the DIFC. So I am trying to explain how we can register a broker in the DIFC as a DFSA regulated broker. So first of all, let me explain. DIFC is a region or hub where you can register any company. You can register even grocery store. You can register on a computer shop, or you can register a technology company, or you can register a software company or something. But if it's related to the financial activities, it's related to the financial services, then you are bound to get a license. It's a license for that specific company. That's a DFSA. DFSA is the authority which regulate the brokerages, which regulate the financial activities, which regulate the financial services, basically companies. So for a broker license, basically a forex broker, which license is which is a license type? So we call it category 3A. So I'm sorry, basically I got a call. I have to turn off this Telegram thing. I don't like unappointed appointment based basically calls, but I missed that I missed the Telegram to turn it off. So sorry. So basically this video you can treat it as a Zoom meeting. I mostly explain many times, so I'm just making it again and again again in from Hindi to English. So let's talk come back to the topic. So category 3A is the license requirement for the forex broker. That's the main category for the forex broker. There's multiple categories. I will explain the other categories as well. Like you may say that the affiliate broker, the stock broker, and other stuff. So normal standard forex broker we call is under 3A license basically. So DFSA approved that 3A license, and what are the key requirements for this license are the like three things, the major three things. One is the minimum capital requirement. A minimum capital requirement is required to run a broker, because you are running like a micro bank with a forex broker. So there's a minimum capital requirement applicable on that. It's not because it's not a normal company. You have to take the money from the people. You are taking the money, and you are the responsible to take the money to take care of that money. So you have to put some security deposit with this company. Along with that, the another requirement is like the office requirement in the DIFC, because you can't do it on the virtual office. If you're living in the UK, US, or Canada, or anywhere, you can't register without coming. You have to be here. You need an office here. You need to make all operations here. So all the operations should be managed here, all the compliance, and then the reporting standards, all the like auditing will be happened on their office as well, and you will be reporting to the DFSA as per the requirement and authorities needs. And there's another thing, key requirement is like the company registration. So first of all, let's talk about the DFSA application. What is the costing of that? So DFSA application and licensing fees is like something where we are going to apply for the license. So license fees, you can simply say it's a license fee or application fees. There's a government fees basically by DFSA. It's $15,000. That's a first fee, one-time fees, and then there's an annual licensing fees is also approximately the same, $15,000. So you, once you are going to apply for the DFSA license, you are going to pay $15,000 to the DFSA as an application fee. And if it's not approved, if it's approved, that's a purely decision of the DFSA. But we will be providing the submitting all the documents, all the requirements, all the compliance related, all the KYC related, all the financial statements, and whatever the requirement in the application, which we can discuss later on in the Zoom if you are interested. So, but the costing is like $15,000 as a one-time fees, as the first-time fees, and the $15,000 we normally charge as a processing fees for this. So approximately $30,000 will be the first time cost for the application fees, and then second fees, the yearly fees will be the $15,000. That's a renewal fee, renewable. Basically every year you have to renew for the. So this is the license application fees and license fee. We are not talking about the company right now. And no, when we have to apply for the license and we are applying for the application, we have to go for the DIFC, because that's a zone we need a company. You can't register that, you can't get a license without a company. So you need a company. Let me give you, I previously give the example in the Hindi as well. So when let me explain very basic thing. Basically it's like you're buying a car. So you buy a car, you are the owner of the car, but you can't drive that car until you have that driving license. You can be the owner of the car, but you can't run that car until you have the license to drive that car. It's a similar way when we are talking about the financial systems. Then we can be a owner of a company, but that company required a license. That is important. So company registration and company license both are the different and that are important together. You can't drive with just registering a company. It's something like you are registering a grocery store and you start taking money from the people as a broker. So that's illegal, purely illegal. So you have to register that specific company and then apply for the license. Let's get back to the main topic. So we have to register a company in the registrar of the company, basically DIFC. So when we are going to register, so first step we have to do for the name reservation. We have to check if our name is available. If they're available, then we have to choose that name, and then we have to lock that name. That is important because the next all process will be done on that name. So name reservation fees will be approximately $800. You can treat it like $1,000. That is the first time cost for the name registration fees. After that, there's an incorporation fees. Incorporation fees is like the company formation fees, company registration fees or something. That's a one-time cost of $8,000. I'm not making this video in dirham AED basically, so that all the people from the multiple region, they can have the basic idea. You can calculate this in your own local currency as per requirement. That is a US dollar. I'm talking about the US dollar. So incorporation fees will be the $8,000. That's the official government fee. It can vary from like maybe 1,000 up, 1,000 down, maybe 2,000 up approximately, but it will stay in the 8,000 range. 8,000, 10,000 is the similar range. Basically, when the voucher, we call it voucher, when we apply for the incorporation, there's a DIFC issue a voucher payment, which we have to pay the fees to the DIFC. It can vary. It can be it varies based on that time, company name, how the company name is, like maybe international company name, maybe the digits, maybe or only Arabic is at a lower price, and it depends upon that. But the average cost is $8,000. After that, we need a commercial license as well. The incorporation fees is a one-time fees which you are going to pay first time to register a company first time. After that, there's a commercial license fees which is you will be paying together basically first time, but it is the annual fees. Basically you have to pay the same fees every year. So this is approximately $12,000. You can say like 45,000 dirham as well. So every year you have to pay this commercial license fee when you are renewing the company. So renewal of a license $15,000, a renewal of the commercial license is the approximately $12,000 to $15,000. On the average, $30,000 is the renewal fees, basic legal renewal fees. We are not talking about any other things right now. So first step, and we have completed the DFSA application licensing, fees and application. The second step is DIFC company registration. So we call it ROC fee, or a DIFC registrar of the company fees as well. So name reservation approximately $800, incorporation fees approximately $8,000, and there's a one time, and then commercial license fees approximately $12,000. On the average, it will cost you approximately first time like $25,000 to $30,000 and the average, including some other requirements as well. So I'm skipping all small micro details in this video so that you will have the core costings. And so step 3, I think so. Step 2 is now completed. Now let's step into the step 3. And there is a small another fees which I wanted to mention. Basically, that's you can say the add-on, but this is not the add-on. This is the mandatory. That's a data protection fees. Data protection fees is a basic requirement in the DIFC. So we have to pay like the registration fees is like $500 one time, and then annual fees is like $250 for that. So $500. Along with that, there's a multiple other small things you can add, like you can add you may say like a VAT registration, you may say like a trademark registration. Trademark can be registered for within like $3,000 to $5,000. It's a $3,000 is official cost approximately, and then the consultancy and the testing and the number names research and other process, basically approximately $5,000. The trademark can be registered for the next 10 years. So it depends upon how much you want to add the sugar in the things, and you want to the more you will put the sugar, the more it will be the sweeter for your company. So it depends upon you, but currently if we on the average we say that the main base requirement is data protection fees, which is $500 first time, a one-time cost, and then after that there's a annual cost which is like approximately $250 per year. So these are the 3 things which is I have cleared in this part. Basically registration things. No, let's talk about the office things. That's very important, because again I told you that we can't get it on the virtual offices. We can't get it when you are not living here. You need a physical office, you need a physical staff for the to run a forex broker. It can't be done virtually, it can't run virtually. Yeah, you can stay in any country, but you need a proper staff and everything managed within the system. So license can be taken on the DIFC business center also. So business center, the costing is approximately if we go for it's a very, like you can say, economical option. We need a little minimum 2 to 3 staff, so we can get a 2-desk office within the business center, which cost approximately $35,000 per annum, like annually $35,000. That will be rental, which we can pay in 2 or 3 checks basically. And that business center cost is like we are sharing a big office with a small office. Like there's a big office, and that office we had a small portion for maybe 100 square feet or 200 square feet or something, and we are going to pay them annually. They will provide internet, they will provide the landline, they will provide the electricity and everything. We no need to go for the electricity and all the stuff. You can get your semi HRE or something based on that, but like tenancy contract you can get it there from the business center rather than the RERA, directly the Dubai Land Department. Okay. So DIFC Business Center is an economical option. Basically, it costs approximately $35,000 per annum, and for the 2-desk office, you can increase, you can expand. Later, you have more staff. You can put the 4th desk or maybe 5 desks. So no need to go for the furnishing. You have the desks available there. There's a locker there. There's some other amenities. There's a gym there, and some all other stuff. Internet is also included in that. Electricity. So mostly there's no other expense other than the electricity or your own computers or laptops or whatever you want to provide to your team. And but I don't recommend that, honestly, when you are starting a proper, because if you are spending a lot of money on the DFSA license, approximately it's a big money, so you will be not saving like $10,000 on the business center. You will go for the fitted office. So fitted office is like you get an office space, and then you furnish it as per your requirement. So on the average, if we say like we reviewed a lot of offices, we have seen multiple offices. They're costing, one of my clients is paying approximately approximately 1 million dirham per year. That's a rent for his office. Even his office is not that much too much, but he is paying, and they are our client basically. Along with that, it depends upon, you can start it, you can pay from the 200,000 dirham to the 100,000, 1 million dirham, depending upon that. But on the average, if I make you calculation, you can say like $55 to $60 per square feet. That will be a cost of the rental office, which you can take, and you can put your own branding, your own furniture, you can meet your clients there, you can bring their clients there, you can have your own meeting room, you can put your own some waiting room, you can reception and all the stuff, depending on the space, whatever you want. So on the average, the costing is like $55 per or $60 per square feet. On the average, if I say if it's like 1,000 square feet, it will cost you approximately $55 to $60,000 per year. It will be cost basically. So you can say like maybe 200,000 dirham minimum as a office rental. But this is basically your choice, where you want, which building you want, and how much your budget, how much the size you want. So I have given you the estimated idea of the average costing of the $55 to $60 per square feet. After that, we there's another option. Basically, there's some other buildings in the DIFC which are not main DIFC, but they are in the DFC. DFC is a big basically village. You can get a little bit smaller cost, like low costing, like in the $40,000 per annum as well, for the proper office. It can, the size can vary basically, but this is estimation for that. But you need a proper office there. After that, once the office is done, because we need an office to register a company, the company will be registered on a physical address. Either it's in the business center, either it's in the physical office, like a fitted office, or in any way. But you need an office address, a physical address. A tenancy contract either is by the DIFC directly, or or the second, it can be from the your business center. And this, after that, you need a visa and establishment cost. Basically, whenever you employ, you have to employ anyone, you have to be getting the visa for all those employees. This is impossible in DIFC and illegal. There was a fine for that, like 50,000 dirham fine, if they found someone who don't have the visa and he's working under your company as an employee, or somehow they found that. So normally you require a visa for your all staff members. So before processing for the visa, you have to apply for the establishment card. Establishment card is something, you can call it as a immigration card of the company. So is immigration card of the company. So whenever you process anything related to the immigration thing, you have that, you need that immigration card. Normally we call it, but the official name is establishment card. So it costs approximately $600 to $700 to get an establishment card. Establishment card is something like your company's file is open. Your company become as a sponsor in the immigration database, and they give you like ID for you. Like, this is the ID. Within this ID you can approve multiple visas. And after that, basically the visa is based on the quota system. It's based on the how much big office you have. If you have like the office where you can accommodate 50 people, they can sit properly and they can work easily, then you can get 50 people visa quota as well. But normally if it's a 2 visa, 3 visa, 5 visa, depending on that. But when you are applying, so you can apply 3-4 visas normally. The base requirement you can, without any too much headache. So, but for each visa, you need a personal sponsorship agreement deposit, with something like a deposit for each visa. You have to pay some money for every visa. So this deposit is it's approximately 680 dirham. You can say like 3,000 dirham approximately, you can say. Okay, so this is something you can say like $700 something per visa you have. If you are applying 10 visas, you have to pay $7,000. If you have applying 20 visas or 3 visas or 1 visa, you have to pay accordingly. So approximately $700 per as a PSA deposit or a personal sponsorship agreement deposit, you can say. This will be for all staff. Either it's a PN, either it's a office boy, either anyone. So he will be or a receptionist or the owner or sponsor, anyone. So you will be paying that for each visa. And then after that you have the visa cost. Visa cost is approximately $1,500 per visa. So you can think like each company employee basically, each company employee will be costing you approximately $2,500 when applying for the visa. It includes the PRO costing and all the stuff. So if you have 10, you are hiring 10 people, it means the visa cost will be approximately 25 to $30,000. That will be the average costing. So visa and establishment costing is like covered in this section, this part which I wanted to explain you. After that, that's the most important part, which from where we started, that's a minimum capital requirement. That is most important. But this is the secondary. When all the things are happened, then we have to put that money in our company's bank account as a first and as a minimum capital requirement. So category 3A, which is for the forex broker, there's a minimum capital requirement of $500,000. So approximately 2 million dirham. So $500,000 you have to put as a minimum capital deposit in your company's account as a security deposit. You can't withdraw that. It's a security amount for the company, which will be submitted to the DFC. You can't withdraw. In the case you've run away with some money or something, you will have some back. There will be some backup. There's other requirements which you will, when you will step in the water, you will know how deep the water is. But this is something which is the you need for the starting of the things. So this is the minimum capital requirement, like $500,000, $500,000 basically minimum capital requirement for a forex broker license. I think so. All the major parts are covered. Now we talk about the how much we charge, or how much a lawyer charge, or how much the consultation fees, or how we help you to build that. So normally the professional fees, the legal and the consultation fees for setting up all the thing, it costs like $50,000 to the $100,000 average. On the average, basically we cost this thing. So you can keep $70,000 to $80,000. At the end, you have to pay for that. So all the government fees, the minimum capital requirement, and all this thing you will be paying directly. You will get the voucher. You will paying directly to the government, the DFC, DFSA. All the fees you will be paying directly. The professional fees, the consultation fees, or the processing fees, the guidance fees, the consultancy, or anything lawyer fees, the legal fees, you can we required some lawyer as well, and all that. Complete all the documentation. It costs like $50,000 to $100,000. You can keep mine in the like 70 to 80, minimum $100,000 maybe maximum. So this will be the costing for the getting the complete license at the secondary fees. Okay. And let me give you the idea about the monthly cost. Monthly cost is like monthly operational cost. If you got like, if you got all the things, like you got the DFSA license, you got the company, you got the visas, you have 3-4 employees, and then you got the office. Then after that, how much the average cost will be the for to run this company. So office, in if we talk about the office rent, if we talk about the salaries, some 4 or 5 employees, if we talk about the utilities, mean internet, like electricity, some other water or something, and some maintenance cost, severage cost, and all the small costing, and like all these basic cost and the compliance cost, auditing and all the stuff, it will cost you approximately $30,000 minimum. It will cost you $30,000 per year, sorry, per month. So you can treat as a like a $30,000 to $40,000 it will be costing you for 4 and 5. And when we talking about the employees, it's not like you take us you hire a waiter as a compliance manager. No. So compliance manager is required with the, like certification is required for him. For the same like the AML risk manager you need for the, and you need a certified that mostly the CC certifieds are acceptable in the DFSA as well. So if we talk about the CC certified people, so approximately their salaries start minimum 15,000 dirham. That's a minimum salary. So it's a $3,000 minimum salary. So on the average, you will be paying like three to four thousand dollars for the all those stuff. These are required by the DFSA to fulfill all the requirement basically. If we talk about the other stuff, like let's talk about for example, if we talk about the normal staff, the salespeople, or you can you can hire them as per accordingly. But some departments you need certified people, and they know the rules, and they know the UAE's rules and law and everything, and they know the compliance procedure, and they learned all these things, and certified people. So basically, their salaries vary, but on the average, they're starting from the $3,000 per month. So on the average, when we talk about the estimated cost of the monthly operations cost, it's like $30,000 to $50,000, based on how much the sugar you are putting in the your dessert, and you're making them. The more sugar you will put, the more dessert will be sweeter. So let's talk about, I think so I wanted to make this video within the a specific time frame, but it's expanding. So let's talk about the summary and like total cost estimation. So initial cost of the company or the setup and the company, and the getting the DFSA license, getting the DIFC license, getting the office things done, getting the all the other basic requirement done, the visa costing and all the stuff. You can treat it as at least not $600,000, it will be like $800,000. So average $700 to $800,000, like approximately near to the $1 million you need at least for the initial setup. It includes a security deposit, that's a capital requirement of $500,000, $500,000, and then remaining like $100,000 for all the legal processes basically. So it's like 600,000, 100,000 you can keep as a legal process, and the processing fees and the application fees, our basically costing and all the stuff, approximately the $700,000. Then there's office cost, for example, if it's like $50,000-$60,000, and then the visa costing, so it's $800,000 is a minimum average cost, but you can keep it like, okay, some extra money you should have. And then monthly recurring cost is like $30,000 to the $50,000. That's the cost of the monthly. So you can say like you need at least $1 million in the starting to set up the company, and to have at least 5 to 6 months money in your pocket. And you may say like $1.2 million you need to run a company for next 1 year. And after that, the yearly cost will be approximately you may say like $30,000 to $40,000 for a normal 4 to 5 people. And that's a basic requirement, I think so. I have covered all these things, those important things in this part. And how much the expense is, how much the cost detail is a very latest costing. It's not the old information, this is the latest information. So when I'm making this video, this is I'm making in the Feb. Today is 27th. I will be uploading the same video today. I'm not going to editing send it for the editing and all the stuff. It will stay there. Immediately I will put the same video to the YouTube channel. I'm a YouTube content creator. I try to have, this is my first video. If you like that, if you're looking it from any country, or you don't understand the Hindi and you can't see, and you can request another video if you like this video. I'm not the native English speaker, but just what I know, how I can speak, so I'm trying to explain that. So we have covered DIFC and DFSC's base requirement and the costing estimation, how the applications worked, how the licensing worked, how the office things work, what are the office estimation, how the visa estimation, the minimum capital requirement for a broker, what are the license category, monthly operational cost. We have covered all these things approximately. So if you are interested in something, if it's related to your budget, if you are thinking to have something, and you are thinking to go for this process, and then you may contact us. I will put our WhatsApp link, and our Telegram and our like email. I will send my email as well. I personally handle these things basically myself. I have the team of 42 people basically under me, but these things I directly handle myself. And then I will put as appointment booking link as well. But if you are going to do, please try to, if you're going to send me message or email or Telegram or something, I'm open to that. But please send a detailed message. not hi and hello. I normally don't reply hi hellos. Give it something like what you want to do, what you are thinking, what are your plan, what is the business like, how the business model you are thinking to run, and what is your budget, what's the money you have already. Okay, many times some people contact me, especially from the like our region. So this guy, for example, lost $10,000, and the guy is contacting me that he want to start a broker, he want to run a broker because he want to cover that cost from that other people. So I'm like, not like that. I support every type of the business, but the main thing is like, at least inform us properly, like message us in the detail, so that we can help you accordingly, and we can support accordingly, and we can cover accordingly, and we can handle these properly. So we have the professional working with us, all the professional. We have a proper company here in Dubai. We have a proper registered company. You will be paying everything with our company's account, and the government fees you will be paying directly to the government. So I think so everything is okay. If is there any question, you can comment, and if you like more videos in English, um, please comment, so that it gives me the motivation. I'm not a YouTube content creator. I'm not the video this video is I'm making from the after last like 6, 7, 8 months, and I was just sitting in the normal dress. I feel like it's not even some small dust somehow, but like I try to make it. I give as maximum as maximum as I can, and as per my knowledge. But this is the latest requirement. If you have any specific requirement or something, a specific need, or some specific other question, you must ask. I will try to answer them in the English and in Hindi both together later on. Stay blessed. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, must this hit subscribe button, or like it, or comment it. It give me some motivation. I try to answer all the comments personally. There's no team to manage this channel. This channel is just a basic love of my side to your side. Okay, so stay blessed. Let's talk in the next video. Allah Hafiz.